What's going on, everybody? Papa Gord's hands are back again for kind of a review slash comparison slash thank you. In my most recent live stream that I did, I had quite a few boxes show up, and I did some unboxing like I do if I have some stuff to show. And one of my longtime viewers, subscribers, friends of the channel, David C, gifted me, I still honestly can't put into words, even just seeing this stuff still and being able to touch it, but David gifted me his childhood Tron figures and one of the light cycle toys that came out. These are dated 1981. So by the Tommy did them originally, and then I believe NECA did a 20th anniversary version of the figures on card, honestly, and they redid the light cycles as well. That's right. But I, as a kid, I never had an original light cycle. They came in red, they did yellow, kind of a yellowy orange tinge, and blue, and I never had any of them. The figures, oh yes, you can bet your bottom dollar that I had the figures. I just wanted to also put in, this is kind of an updated version of this light cycle. This is from Tron Legacy. This is actually Kevin Flynn's light cycle. It's kind of one of the few pieces. I really didn't care a lot for the Legacy toy line that came out. Mind you, the figures, the articulation was a lot better than what we got with the 80s version, but I dig the style. I like kind of the hybrid or the evolution from original to this one, to the ones that they used actually in like the gaming grid that we saw in Tron Legacy, the movie. Now, there is talks that there is supposed to be a third Tron film that Jared Leto is attached to. We could hope in one hand and do something in the other, and we'll see which fills up first. If it happens, awesome. If not, oh well. And then there was also a one-season animated series, which if you have Disney Plus, Tron Uprising, I believe Elijah Wood does the voice for the main character, and Bruce Boxleitner again reprises his role as Tron. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. I really wish they would come out with a second season for that, but unfortunately I think it's done. But anyways, so I just wanted to do a little video showing the original figures off and kind of a comparison to the Diamond Select versions that we have out today. There's been a couple of versions that have come out very recently, all from Diamond Select, but I wanted to kind of show them out there. Now, I recently, again, thank you, David, so much. Like, thank you is just not a big enough word, but I did clean the stuff up a little bit and heated up the canopy just a bit, and it's already flexed a little bit there. But again, this is 40-plus-year-old plastic, so what do you want? So there we go. This opens up. You can actually get it to go all the way here, and you can make a guy sit, so he's not actually in the light cycle the exact same way as the movie, but hey, what are you gonna do? So yeah, so clean that up pretty nice. Put a little bit of oil on the wheel there so it doesn't squeak anymore. Again, I don't know if that'll show up. 1981 Walt Disney Productions. And yeah, now it does need the ripcord, which it didn't come with, and that's not a big deal. You can find them out there still, so I am sourcing one out to have a complete one. But that is excellent. Holy crap, David, awesome. We'll start with the Grid Warrior, the Gaming Warrior, the Warrior Elite, whatever you want to say, because this is the only, I shouldn't say only, one of two versions, because there is I think 2004, I think they came out with another version, but he's kind of a blackish plastic. I've never physically seen one in person, but that's okay. So this is the one guard that you would see in the original film. Again, it's quite different from what you actually see in the movie. But hey, back in the day, who cares? We were kids, we had imagination, and that's what we were supposed to do. Now, he does come with a staff, and it glows in the dark. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his, so it's another piece I'm going to have to look for. But again, that's a whole lot easier than trying to get a complete set of these figures. And again, considering the age of these, damn, they've held up really, really well. I gave them just a mild little soak in some warm soapy water and took some very light brushes and just got in and just kind of cleaned it up and then patted them dry and then let them dry overnight. And I think they've cleaned up pretty nicely. They were actually in really nice shape when they got here, but they had that kind of that sticky residue to them, and I think I've gotten rid of most of it. So yeah, so that's the warrior right there. He's pretty cool. I know I've gone through multiples of these guys before. Which should we start? Let's start off with Sark. Why not? So here we go. The main bad guy from the first Tron film, right there. And again, the detailing on this figure for how old it is, you get a little bit of paint rub, but other than that, like, again, David, man, good on ya. Again, the disc right here, and that comes off, just a little peg hole right there. And these glow in the dark as well. Again, one of these accessories that very easily lost. And again, 5 POA, so you're just getting the head turn and the arms and the legs up and down. So you can make him sit, and that's about it. So let's get Sark right there. And then we'll do Flynn. Flynn has probably not aged well out of the 4. And it's just because of the color. Like, he's got this aqua blue, and his appendages have kind of gone a bit of a green color. But again, the detailing, the paint job on here is still very much intact. Not a whole lot of detail to the face. If you want to see a face there's an outline, but not too much. Again, Flynn had that wrap going on as well, so definitely reuse for this line, but definitely some new parts also. And again, the disc. So yeah, awesome. David, I still, even sitting there and just cleaning these up the other night, I still couldn't believe it. That was just insane. And then last but definitely not least is the main character, Tron. And here he is in his purpley goodness, because that's kind of based on the box art. That's why they went purple. Even though the good guys were like highlighting blue, the bad guys were highlighting red. There you go. So again, same thing. All of the paint apps still look very, very, very clean. The joints are pretty good. I mean, Tron's head's a little loose, but no problems there whatsoever. I love the translucent look to these guys. David, thank you so much. Like, again, thank you just does not cover it. Like, these guys, you know what? You're the main guy. You hang out right there. These are just incredible for their age, the condition that they're in still. I would love to see if I could track down the other 2 light cycles, but having one is just, hey, I am more than happy to say that I've at least got one. Now, this box here, this is not actually a VHS. This is a Diamond Select, but I'm going to show you guys the comparison because just very within the last year, Diamond Select did an anniversary 3-pack of these guys, and this is going to be difficult to show off because of the height difference. So we're almost 7-inch difference right here. So here's Sark compared. And like, again, you can see some of the paint detailing and the line work from original to present time. Again, back at the disc. His little bits here are a little a little frustrating to deal with. I've heated them up and cooled them down multiple times to straighten them out, but it's fine. Shoulder pads with all the circuitry on there. So yeah, he looks so good, so good. They're not gonna stand. Oh, look at that. So actually, there you go. It looks like it's a scene from Tron, when Tron was actually going up against a much larger Sark, when the MCP transferred all of his function and runtime to him to try to destroy Tron towards the end of the first film. Spoilers if you haven't seen a movie from like 41 years ago. So that's on you, not me. So we've got Sark. We've got Flynn right here. Again, a little bit different. You can kind of see that that downsized arrow there. That's very indicative of that character for his design. Doesn't have it on here, but that's all right. But again, the circuitry, and he's also a little different because he's got that one arm pad piece here, not here. It looks like he's wearing a wristwatch on that side. But again, the coloring is great. And definitely, again, last but not least, we got Tron. All purple and blue. And of course, his disc. Right there. The discs have a hard time staying in here. The pegs could have been a little longer, I think, to stay in. But again, those 4 dots on the chest, right there, very Tron. The circuitry, some of the details, some of the patterns really match up. So they've spent some nice time on the detail work for trying to match these guys up. So they didn't do the Warrior, but they did do, again, they did the 3 mains. Now, there are the original Diamond Select figures which came out. I grabbed a couple just to show off really quick. So this is Tron. Again, the likeness is, there's no likeness, but at least they've attempted to put a face on these. So again, this should be Bruce Boxleitner. There's a little bit of a resemblance, I guess, but so you can kind of see the difference between the two. So, well, you're not going to see much of him. And then definitely last but not least, but this is Flynn, but this is Infiltrator Flynn. So they did him with the blue lining, and this was when he knocked out one of Sark's lackeys, I guess for better lack of term or whatever. And then he turned red, and that way he could infiltrate into the ranks of the bad guys. Ooh, there's a cobweb. That's really good. So yeah, so that was kind of a different one right there. And then in the box here, I'll show you really, really quick, and then we'll get out of this. So again, this was a convention exclusive. So it came with a couple of different discs and some swirl patterns and this little piece of paper. And then Tron done this way, kind of a black version with some coloring. So he's pretty rad. And there is one other version out there that looks like an arcade cabinet. It's pretty spendy. I did not go in on that one. I think my local comic book store has a couple, so maybe if I save up my quarters and I'm a good boy, I can get I might be able to get that one and add that into my collection as well. So that's it. That's not all my Tron stuff. I have a little bit more, but not much. But David, dude, thank you so much. I am going to treasure these. These might go with me into the grave, honestly. I don't think I want to gift these to my kids when I'm gone. So those are awesome. Again, another pretty well set of vintage Papa Gord as a kid collectibles that I'm crossing off my bucket list of pieces that I'd like to bring back into my collection that I haven't had for years. This is definitely one of those sets, if not the set, except for like true vintage Star Wars. So David, thank you so much. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the love lately, all the support. April's coming up very, very soon, so that means you're going to start seeing a lot more of, well, I'd say this face, but you don't see my face right now. But anyways, guys, like I said, comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. We'll catch you in the next video. Later, eh? Thanks.